Hello, hello. If anybody can hear me, just gone live. So just wanted to see if anybody else will join in and can be here able to hear me. So today's topic will be how to stop panicking in stock market given that where we have. So this will be a complete guide. And I'm sitting in a car waiting for my son to finish the class. I thought, why not I go live and have a quick conversation with you guys. And I want to cover up with some top 3 points to which will help you in your journey to not panic in stock market given the volatility which we are experiencing globally for various reasons, whether it's inflation or could be because of the Ukraine and Russia war, or completely then next wave of COVID now that we're talking about. So there's a lot of panic chaos, but I think it is very important that we stay focused and have that not a panic mode so that we can take advantage for this position. And if you are new to Peaceful Weekend Investing, welcome to Peaceful Weekend Investing. My name is Shivendra Bhatia, and I am here to discuss about stock market investing. I keep coming up with regular videos, so do subscribe, like, and hit the notification bell so you get notified. And if you are able to hear me well and can then please do say hello, so at least I know that you are able to hear me well. That'll be great. Fantastic. Let's get started. So just before we get going, I just want to make sure that there is a clear disclaimer which I want to play out, and so that you understand whatever we're discussing today, it's all about knowledge sharing and not for specifically to make any decision. Okay, so let's get started. So now, as part of it, what is the topic for today? How to stop panicking in stock market. That is important. That is what the topic we are covering up. And first thing first, first point in this is, if you see, media loves negative news, and that is the challenge which we see. We read media newses, we look at the open the channels, we look at news, and everything is all about negative news, and that influences our decision making capability in terms of in stock market as well. Obviously, if you open and see stock market has been going down over the last couple of weeks, then you always going to make tend to make that decision. If you are a new investor who's just joined in during COVID period, then obviously you have not experienced this kind of volatility. And people like us, who at least especially I have seen 2008 crash, and after that COVID crash, and prior to that as well. So we understand this is all always, we can say corrections are temporary, growth is permanent. So you definitely going to get the new opportunity. This is the breeding ground where you pick up the, if you have stay focused, you can pick up the right opportunity for yourself to pick up some great stocks at a right valuation or right price. Okay, so that's the first point. If you really want to be successful in stock market investing and stop panicking, you need to first of all make sure you are not focusing on news. You should, in fact, I have not been watching news or looking at the news for last over so many years, and that has nothing changed for me in terms of the outcome. In fact, it has made me at peace, and hence this is Peaceful Weekend Investing. This is one of the main pillars. So make sure you also imbibe that. It's hard initially, it might take a while, but eventually you will get that and you'll be fine. Thanks, Samir, for saying that. Are you able to hear me back? Good to see you after a long time. Great, great. So yeah, so we topic which we are talking about, how to stop panicking in stock market. That's our topic, right? So first thing first is that media doesn't do help when, in fact, I call it a magazine cover indicator, right? If you see a panic or you see all kind of reactions where you're going to say people doing all kind of reactions and photos are coming on newspaper, that's a time one has to take advantage of, right? And be part of it, okay, rather than just staying away. And most people just stop looking at their portfolios when they see the red. In fact, you have to take the decision well before when party is going on and when should be the right exit. So that can only help you over a period of time when you experience, when you're able to make that right judgment when to be out of the market. When I say not completely out of the market, the trading portion of it. Okay. So you have to clearly have a demarcation in terms of what is that you're doing. And that it's a nice segue to our next point. I hope you got the point. Media loves negative news. That's the first point, and don't have to be in trapping on that. So you should not fall in trap of that. Second point is Second is you have to have a clear segregation of trading portfolio versus investing portfolio. And for that matter, for me, I think that is a most important point where you need to understand trading is always for the medium to short term, right? I don't do day trading, I don't do scalping, I don't do all of that. But when I say trading, those are probably an opportunity time where you want to just be, there, and you want to enjoy the momentum based trading, and or maybe it's a playing ground for you. Okay. So once you understand that, you need to differentiate it and exit based on your clear stop loss criteria versus the investing, which is a long term. Now long term, when I say, you're not getting in getting out, so you're looking at it from the monthly chart, because here at Peaceful Weekend Investing we kind of blend fundamentals and technicals. So we look at the charts as one of the main uh, pillars of decision making, right? And when you look at long term focus, you are looking at specifically stocks which are giving you a buy signal on the monthly chart, or sell signal based on certain parameters. So, and that doesn't happen every day. You only have to look at it on, and personally, I look at a closing basis of the month. So, my work only comes for long term portfolio when the month closes. Like like how in the bank we have a month end process. You run that process and understand. And if you are holding 100 stocks, then it's very difficult, and all of them become long term portfolio. Sorry, that's not possible. You have to have at max 15 to 20 stocks which can qualify for long term portfolio. You could have a watch list of 50 stocks, but you can basically build that portfolio over time. So you have to have a clear segregation. If you don't have that, that could cause a panic, and you start selling certain stocks which you deem to be long term stocks. Like, for example, you might have an Infosys for the long term stock in India, but you could also be doing trading while you're waiting, or when you have full position on long term portfolio. It's possible, right? And then in that case, you at least make sure you have a clear segregation and understanding what is my long term portfolio, what is my short term portfolio, and markets when they are weak, you need to be out of those trading portfolios as and when the stop losses are hit, and don't be in a hope trade. That would cause a panic. So if you follow the process, rest everything will take care of it. So you got the point. So trading versus investing, clear segregation, and follow your process, and make sure you just simply don't change it just because things are not working, because every process should be tried and tested in every market scenario to be able to do that. Like, I can give you one example here quickly, just to share my screen. Is You can see here now Titan, which is one of the bellwether stocks in India. But then when you look at it, now look at what's happening. Titan has been completely gross underperformer ever since its touch 21. So from October 2021, it has been correcting mode, and or sideways or correcting mode. But that doesn't mean the company is bad. It means that they don't. There is some growth challenges, and they're experiencing, and they're going through that transformation. But when this cycle turns, you look at the history of this stock, right? You look at the history of the stock. It has always been in upturn, and when you look at logarithmic chart, you'll know it is always and always in an uptrend stock. It's every time you have an opportunity. If I go back to quarterly 3 months, then you get a super clear picture. And if I move this here, and it's a log chart, by the way, and I'm looking from 2000, you can look at it. It's only few times. If I have to mark it here, it was only this time when this is, by the one candle is a quarterly candle, 3 months candle I'm looking at it. then you got a opportunity here, then you got opportunity, little bit opportunity here, and now it's just, if you see from the previous thing, it is just a blip from that point, right? It's not even come and touch the your 21 quarterly or 11 quarterly touch. So, and people are panicking, right? You have to wait for such opportunity acquires or be, looking at such stocks to be in your portfolio, right? So hence it is important to understand this very clearly, right? So that was just one example, but you can make your life simpler. Just what I explained you by just showing you the 3 months chart and how does it look like. All you have to do is look at from that bigger lens. Okay. I hope you got the point. Yeah. If you are able to get the point, say yes, so that I know that you got the point. Yeah. That's great. Thank you. So let's move on to the next point. And please make additional note. I want you to type in on that chat box here so that at least you are able to imbibe and understand that, because it's very important. It might sound very simple, but trust me, this is something which can be a game changer. So it can make you stop panicking. With one such example, it's saying, if okay, it's correcting, but then again, what has changed fundamentally on the company? You have to ask those right questions to yourself, and always say that asking the right question has been completely underrated. People get panicking and they don't believe in themselves, they just start asking questions with others. Okay, let's move to the next point. Is you should focus on your day job and not focus on price. People tend to just get stick to the price, and the prices will do whatever they do. And because there's many people are doing trading, investing, the sentiments are going to be weak for a week, month. You just have to focus on your process and let the price first come to you and see whether you want to make that decision. And for that, you can use various tools available, alerts available, and just with the small, if the small investment, you can get that headache out of from yourself, and just depend on when it comes. When you start going and looking for the prices, you tend to look at other stock prices, which can cause another panic. You only have to focus on what you are holding or what you want to buy, and that's the focus. You have to keep it just to segregate yourself from the overall market, because you can't grab every market stock, right? When you're looking at market moving up and down for various stocks, you tend to see that it's all as one basket, but rather you segregate it. So what I do is I create Google Sheets for everything, so that I don't have to go and fetch for it. I put an alert on TradingView, so that TradingView alert comes to me. I'm I build a separate tool which helps me with that information, rather than me going and looking for that information. Information should come to you. Yeah. So that is very important. Very important. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, that's great. Thanks for joining in and confirming that. So this is important. If you can do that, that will itself will help you. Um, you know, um, just focus on your day job. Otherwise, it's going to impact your day job, and you will be worried about it. And for, if you have to take one thing from here, right? Again, all three are very important, but please try and imbibe, because that will ask, if you know that price is not important. uh, when I say not important, it doesn't mean that it's not completely important. I mean that you have to have a clear understanding of why you're getting it. And when you are not checking the price, okay, every time you're just looking at tools and making sure that when at the day end, what is the situation, and you take the decision next day and go to your work. Because you have to treat this as a business. If you don't treat this as a business, you will end up becoming uh, you know uh, slave to the market, and that's not what you want, right? Like, for example, I know Samir, who's joined in. He runs a pizza shop. In businesses we have loss, yes, right, Samir? So, and the business, when you are looking at the losses should be part of the business. But then you, when you're looking at upside, what is upside you're looking at it? That is what you have to look at it. Okay, you got it? If you got that particular message, please type in yes, because this is the mindset you have to build, right? And if you don't do this, you will end up giving money from your pocket to people who are, having that process. And you need to be on that other side of it, 5% who are actually profitable all the time. Yeah, they're not giving up the market, the money back. Should be on the 5%, and for that you need to have that clarity of thought. Type in powerful so that you understood that, and so that we can move ahead. And I will try and cover the last point, which is I cover the 3 points. First was, for in the series of this, how to stop panicking stock market. First point was media loves negative news, and you need to stop focusing on that and just focus on your own stocks and avoid looking at the negative news. Second point is, you have to have a clear segregation of your trading versus investing. You don't mix and match that, and people tend to mix and match that. Yeah. And third focus is focus on your work, not on price. When I say work, most of the people who are part of the Peaceful Weekend Investing community do have their day job as well as they're trying to build their portfolio. So you have to, ensure that they're not full-time traders. So I want to help them that way. Now, last, the bonus tip. This is the most important one: is volatility is the best friend for the investor. Don't get kept caught up with all media hype and things, because this is the breeding ground. Now this is where you have to look for a hunt for it. You should go in hibernation and come and look for what stocks you want to buy, because for that matter you'll get huge opportunity coming forward for many stocks. So you need to make, like, for example, I'm just working on making all the short list of the watch list of the companies which I'm tracking. So don't treat this as a company watch list, I'm just giving example. And you just have to, all you have to do is just focus on them and try and look at it, what's being offered to you. Like for example, Google. Now, as a company like Google, if you are getting this opportunity to buy, look at that. How many times you have got the opportunity to even stock a touch EMA 11 on a quarterly chart, right? If you are getting this opportunity, look at this. Now, somebody smart here, you can look at from the candlestick. You need to understand the charting is so powerful. And and I was looking at it at the point where if you understand this, you can really do greater good for yourself. Now look at this. It is already marked here. It's one in from 2015, 1, 2, 3, 4, and is the fifth time in from 2015 you got this opportunity to buy Google at this price, right? And that's all you have to worry about. You try to keep it simple, okay? Not try to make it complicated to yourself. If you believe in Google that it's gonna be a cash generating machine and it will be something which you can hold it for long term, then that's the way to be in. Okay, that's right, and that's why you have to focus on charts and fundamentals together, not just simply fundamentals. So that's all I have to cover today. Okay. Thanks, Amir, for confirming. Thanks, Ram, for confirming. That's really, glad that you were able to join live and confirm that. I just thought I'll quickly go. I was waiting for my son to finish this class, but I thought it'd be good to have that conversation with you guys, right? So before you hit, I would say that it'll be great to show the love to this channel. I've been sharing great content just so that you can hit the subscribe button, put your comments down, and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Yeah, that's great. So till the next video, I will say goodbye to you and happy investing. And be the market be with you. Bye bye.